Alright, so I recently got the ARX grips from Kensui, and I think they're super dope. This is one of their kind of like grip mix pieces of equipment. If you've seen my video on the Swissies, the regular Swissies and the V2 Max, actually, you'll see that I actually think they're pretty cool. And the reason that I like these is because of their innovation. So I mentioned in that last video that you can go up to a park and pretty much attach them to any bar that you have, and I think that's pretty dope because for the most part, when you go to a park and you're trying to work on your pull-ups, you're trying to work on pulls or exercises like that, it's very seldom will you find a neutral grip. And especially for beginners, that tends to be the best way for you to learn how to do your pull-ups because it's the easiest grip for most people. So with the ARX grips, one thing that most people, especially with beginners, especially with intermediate, have a trouble to do on the pull-up bar is actively engage the muscle that you want to. So you've probably felt it yourself, or you've seen it or heard about it before. When doing your pull-up, for the most part, you're going to be feeling your neck, your shoulders, and places where we don't want to be feeling it. We want to feel your arms engaged, you want to feel your lats engaged, you want to feel your back engaged, and you have to actively be pulling the right way to do it. There's different cues that can help you out with that, especially like bending the bar, breaking it, or actively squeezing. One thing that I like to say is using your pinky side to help you engage that. But now, if you've tried that before and it just feels like impossible, or you don't actively feel what you want to feel, something like the ARX grips are actually pretty cool because they're already angled. So I'm sure you've actually seen in the gym before where the bars are slightly slanted and angled, and the reasoning for that is to kind of help you get that same positioning that you would want, that's going to help you engage those muscles that we're looking for, your lats and your back, when we're doing our pull-ups. So now if you're new to being able to do pull-ups and stuff like that in the gym, or you've tried it before and it just doesn't feel right, adding something like this into the equation is going to be a game changer. Now I have the right side up there right now, and the reason we know that it's the right side is because it's angled down towards the right, and we have this one which I'm using as the left side. So I'm going to hook it in. It can be a little confusing to hook it in because it doesn't just hook on right one way, you kind of have to loop it in there, but you'll see that when I put it in, and you'll see the difference at how I'm carrying it and angling it. So you want to be able to hook it in but also bring it over and under, and now it's secure. So this is a little too close, we can bring it out a little wider, and now you can see that with your hand placement on it, it's gripped up and it's feeling secure, it's feeling good, and it has that positioning that I'm looking for. So they feel really good. So not only are they able to hold me, but they feel really good, and as you can see, it's literally pouring on me right now. They have a little bit of grip on the ARX, just like they do on the V2s, the Swissie V2s. The grip isn't the end of the world, but it's enough to make you feel secure. And again, you can see right now, it's definitely pouring here in the park. So if I'm able to have a pretty secure grip while holding on to them, I think that's pretty cool. And you can see right now, if I were to hold on to them, I actually just realized, I think it would be the same thing if I were to do it facing the camera and do it facing away from the camera. So I'm actually gonna test that out right now. Yeah, that's actually surprising. I thought I had tried it backwards before and thought it wasn't really possible to use, but using it right now, it feels great. It feels pretty awesome, feels pretty solid. And again, this is on a pouring day. Now, like I mentioned before, if you're someone who's tried pull-ups before and you feel like it always hurts your shoulders, nothing you do ever changes, and especially if you have the right programming and you've been told before you gotta try to externally rotate your shoulders and use your pinkies and pull through your lats, and it just doesn't feel right, the biggest thing I would say is trying to focus on a more neutral grip. But if you aren't able to find somewhere that has that neutral grip for you, or you can't go to the gym, or you don't have that piece of equipment yourself, getting something like the V2s or this ARX grip is going to be a game changer. Now, my personal opinion is that the ARX is a little bit more advanced than some of the other grips that they have on their site. So you've probably seen that they have the supinated ones, the Swissies that they call them, which is the more of the neutral grip, and then they had the pronated ones. Typically, from my own experience, the pronated grip for your rows or from any pulling exercise like your pull-ups are going to be the most difficult. The underhanded ones, the supinated ones, are going to be somewhere in the middle, and then the neutral grip is going to be the easiest one for most people to do. I have seen rare cases where some people do find that underhanded grip feels better and easier to pull from than the neutral grip, but again, those are rare cases. But I would like to know what you think. What is your experience on pulling exercises? What grip is easiest for you? And if you've ever tried one of these grips before, I'd like to hear your experience on that. What is best for you? What's easiest? What's hardest? What tips have helped you get your pull-ups or your rows the best, the easiest? And if you're still working on it, let me know what you find difficult about it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do plan on trying to use one of these grips, let me know. But I'll see you in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video, and we'll meet there. Peace.